my daughter wanted me to record this for you because, well, she thinks it's really kind of important. It is actually kind of a cool little story. It was on November 14th, 1992. I was going to meet some friends at a sports bar to watch the Pitt game, and my goal that day was to go out and get about as drunk as I could, and I actually achieved my goal. A friend drove me home, and I was pretty out of it. I started to get sick, so I went up to the bathroom in our house and shut the door and started to throw up. When I was done, and I'm not really sure how long that took, I was just sitting there on the bathroom floor beside the toilet, feeling really, really lousy, and I heard this voice say, "That's okay, you don't have to do this anymore." And I just kind of stopped, and I thought, what was that? It just was really, really weird. It was a man's voice, it was a deep voice. So I just sat there for a couple more seconds or minutes, I'm not sure how long it was. And then I heard the voice again, only this time it said, "You don't have to do this anymore. I forgive you." And I was like, wait a minute, this is really, really kind of weird. And I'm like, I sat up, and I stood up, and I heard the voice one more time. And the voice said, "You don't have to do this anymore. I forgive you." And then I heard my wife knock on the bathroom door right after that. And she said, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "How long have you been out there?" She goes, "I just came up to the top of the steps." I said, "Did you hear anything at all?" She's like, "No, I heard nothing." I said, "Come in here." I was like, really, I got really excited. I said, "Come in here." She goes, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yes, come in here." She goes, "What?" I said to her, and I was I probably freaked her out a little bit, but I said, "Are you sure? How long were you outside the door?" She goes, "A couple of seconds." I said, "You heard nothing?" She goes, "No." She goes, "Why?" And she was like getting a little like something's wrong. I said, "I think God just talked to me." She goes, "Nah." I said, "Yeah." I said, "I heard this voice. It said, 'You don't have to do this anymore. I forgive you.'" He said that, and then he said that twice. The first time he just said, "You don't have to do this anymore." And she's like, "What?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Describe the voice." I said, "It was a man's voice. It was a deep voice. I didn't see anything. I just heard that." And at that point, I was sober. I was no longer drunk. I was pretty much, I felt really sober, and I had all this energy. And she's like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, God talked to me. I know he did. I could tell." And she said, "Okay, well, what do you want to do?" I said, "We're going to go tell somebody." She's like, "Who?" I said, "Well, I want to go tell a couple of guys in our Bible study that we're in." She's like, "Okay." I said, "I'll drive." She goes, "No, you're not driving. I'll drive." So we got in the car, went over to a friend's house, went over to one of the guys' house with his wife, told them, was all excited, went to another person's house, told them, and came home after that. And I just crashed and went to sleep at that point in time. But the thing that was really cool about it was, I've heard people say that if it was really God talking to you, you will always remember it. You will always hear it the same way. And to this day that I do, I still hear it that way. And that day was clear as a bell. I remember exactly what happened. And I stopped drinking for 2 years. And I tried it one time during those 2 years, and I just didn't like it anymore. So it was just really, God telling me, "It's okay, you don't have to do this anymore, I forgive you," was really it was life-changing for me.